Good Tuesday morning. Hopefully you're having a wonderful start to this beautiful day. We are in a brand new book, right? The Exodus. And the generation has passed. Joseph has went on to glory. So has his father. And there were the children of Israel or Jacob left. And it goes on, to talk about the survivors, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Benjamin, and what have you, and their children, because it says in verse 5, all the souls that came out of the loins of Israel were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already, and Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. So you think about one generation passing, and another one being another one replacing the previous one. And I think about working with young people, how they're the ones, who are the present. We say that the children are the future. No, they're the present. And I sometimes talk to them about the things of God and the Bible. And most of them that I talk to, they have no idea what I'm talking about as far as some basic stories, Daniel in the lion's den, and the 3 Hebrew boys and the fiery furnace. No. So what we need to do as adults is to pass that on to that generation, because they have to have a foundation of faith. Because, life can be, challenging. And what will be their bedrock? What will they be able to stand on? Not their own foundation. So then they talk about how this new generation, they didn't know Joseph nor the people of God from before. So, they started getting fearful, saying, oh, they're too great, these people from Israel. So then that's when they implemented slavery. And they say, we're going to give them hard labor, bitter labor. And then they saw that they were growing great, but the Pharaoh of the land said, whenever there is a boy child being birthed, throw them in the Nile, or, murder them, get rid of them. And I'm going to go to verse 20, where Timotheus was talking about the midwives. They didn't follow the Pharaoh, because they said, these women are too great. They are too strong. And is yours 20?
Yep.
I will stretch out my hand and smite Egypt with, I'm getting ahead of myself. In chapter 1, therefore God dealt well with the midwives, because they obeyed God and not man. And the people multiplied and waxed very mightily.
Yeah, okay, so they were led by the Lord, and
I can't hear you.
And they weren't punished for it. So, just because they weren't doesn't mean, that's the reason that we should, because it won't always be like that. Sometimes we're going to be persecuted for obeying God, and we can't be scared of that.
Amen. And also, because the midwives obeyed God, they were blessed. They multiplied, they were given houses, and they received the riches of the Lord. So let's remember that today. Do not fear man. Let's fear God. Let's respect him, and let's pass on the riches to the next generation, because we're moving on and they're to be left. Have a great day in the Lord.